Hi everyone, I am determined to be the most healthy bipolar woman on this planet. So I just tested myself for low stomach acid and I'm on seriously low, lowest of the low stomach acid, and you can see how I did that on my other video. And something that can beneficially improve your gut flora and all the really healthy bacterias in your intestines is to eat fermented foods. So my little book here tells me, I wrote it all down yesterday, I did some research and I'm going to do Chinese cabbage. So this says cabbage generally, so I think you can use any kind of cabbage, but that's what I have in large quantities, so I'm going to use Chinese cabbage. So that's how to do it. I'm going to follow the step-by-steps how to and show you how I do it. I think it's going to be quite simple, but yeah, it just takes a little moment and then you leave it to sit for a number of days and it starts maturing and bubbling and all the goodness starts developing. So I've got my 3 jars. I have sterilised them all with boiling water. I might need more because I've got rather a lot of cabbage here, so I've chopped it all up into small bits. And now I need to use salt. So I bought a grey salt. It's got a special name. Yeah, it's kind of finely ground up. It's not the really coarse stuff, and I think that will help it to kind of dissolve and get into the vegetables much easier. So how much of that do I need? I need oh yeah, sorry about that. 2 teaspoons only, not very much. Some people say more than that, and then I found a lady who was very, very knowledgeable and she said you don't need very much. So I'm just going to do 2 teaspoons and see how that goes. So sprinkle it on, sprinkle it on, sprinkle it on. And again, on the level. Yeah, some people were saying 2 tablespoons, and I don't really have much salt in my diet, so to me that seemed like an awful lot. So let's give this a go. I'm going to massage to get the liquids out of the vegetable. So I'm going to do that next. Alrighty, so this is how it looks now. It's compacted down loads, and there's a puddle of water in the bottom, which is the juices that have come out from the cabbage. It's got a slightly different look to it as well, not as vibrant looking. So now I'm going to put it in my jars. I don't think I'm supposed to use metal spoons, so I've got my lovely wooden spoon, and I've just got to kind of feed it in and press it down, squeeze it down, and then I can add a little bit of flavour and spices. I've got to put in some vinegar as well and top it up with water. So I'm just going to, once I get a substantial amount in, I'll start squeezing it down to get more of the juices to come up, because the juice has got to be higher up than your vegetable, otherwise your vegetable will go mouldy and then you won't be able to eat that batch. So it's got to stay submerged. Okay, so I'll carry on with that process. It's ended up being only that much, and it looked like it would overflow 3 of these jars, so it's compacted loads. And because it's not a very big quantity, I'm only going to put 3 peppercorns in for flavour. You can also see that when I compress it, there is quite a bit of juice in there, but I wouldn't say that all of the cabbage is covered. So I'm going to put extra liquid in there. So you're supposed to put in, I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of organic, unpasteurised raw vinegar with the mother in it. It says 3 on my recipe that I wrote down, but I think that was for a much bigger quantity and I don't want to make it too vinegary. But it does apparently help with the balancing of the whole process of fermentation, because some people don't add the vinegar. So squish that around. That will get in there as time goes on and the bubbling starts happening. I feel like it's already happening. Exciting. Right, spring water. Let me just see what it says. Add water to cover. She was also using large cabbage leaves that she didn't chop up, like the outside pieces, to kind of plug in from the top, but I don't have any of that, so I'm not going to bother. I'll just make sure there's enough liquid. So a little bit of spring water. You don't want any nasties from the tap going in. I think that's enough. Yeah, and then you want to leave a space at the top. That's good because it will grow and expand over time. So I have done this a long time ago in the past. I tried to make sauerkraut and it did explode and crack my jar. So I'm not going to do the burping technique. Instead, I'm going to use a coffee filter, place that over the top, get an elastic band, and then my jar can breathe. It can breathe, it can do whatever it needs to do, and I don't need to worry about it. And then I leave that in a darkened place, not in the light, because it's not good for it. And you can start eating it within 4 days, but apparently it can mature right up to 30 days, and then it just develops more and more flavour and it tastes different, and the consistency and texture of the vegetable changes over time as well. So I might try it in 4 days just because it's my first one and I'm excited. And then, yeah, maybe do another one and then keep that for longer and see how it is. So exciting. Let's hope my gut flora improves sharpish. Hope you enjoyed that, and click subscribe and the like button and comment below. And I will also make a little link to the lady who is much more knowledgeable than me and has been doing it most of her life. And she can tell you loads more about fermenting. Okay, bye!